Ladies and gentlemen, make sure you go to hustlefit.com. Get the latest in merch as well as the clothing line. Men's, women's, children's clothing. We got t-shirts, hoodies, jogger sets, leggings, and more at hustlefit.com. Also, if you need your custom clothing, make sure you go to hustlefit.com, hit the inbox on Instagram at hustlefitllc, and also hit me up to the website. Make sure you tune in every Saturday night for Let's Talk About It with Miss Connie Marie. You'll see us this Sunday. Wednesday nights is what is called The Conversation. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday night for The Conversation with me and special guests. Thursday nights, well, you're already watching it. Tonight's a special edition of Ladies Night. Special edition Ladies Night. Also, Friday nights we do what is called Boys Club. Every Friday night at 9 p.m. Make sure you tune in, all only here on nocappreacts. Welcome to another episode of Ladies Night. I'm your man Bailey, a.k.a. Mr. Go Get 'Em! And we are now live with another episode of Ladies Night. And tonight, I got some beautiful ladies in the house. Ladies, say hello.
Hello.
Y'all can do better than that.
Hello. Hey.
There we go. There we go. So, tonight, as I said, is a special edition. Tonight is not about dating. Tonight is not about relationships. Tonight is not about the dynamics and the differences between men and women. Tonight's episode is called the MIlf Squad. So, all three of these ladies have actually been on the show. One has actually been on here multiple times. And they have something in common. Not only are they friends and they all know each other, but they are all, as you would consider, and also part of the adult industry. Specifically, in most cases, would be known as MILFs. Am I correct?
Yes.
You're correct.
Okay. So, I'm gonna get my ugly ass off the screen and shut the fuck up. So y'all can see the beauties in the house tonight. And they can go ahead and introduce themselves. And yeah, let's have some fun. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
Introduce yourself, let them know who you are, where they can find you.
I'm Addison James, and you can find me on Instagram at official Addison James, ADDYSON, and you can find me on Twitter at Addison_James, and my OnlyFans is Addison James.
We got Finny Fox in here, says Eliza Ray, with a heart emoji and fire. And next in line is actually who?
I'm Eliza Ray. Is my mic on?
I don't hear you.
I don't really hear it.
You can't see me.
Hold
Anyway.
on. Something happened. Okay, now talk.
Hello.
Oh, there we are. Oh, shit.
Okay.
All right. My name is Eliza Ray, and you can find me on Twitter at ElizaRay_XXX, or you can find me on Instagram at playtime.with.ElizaRay.
And last but not least,
I'm Karissa Cox. You can find me on all platforms, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, OnlyFans, at Karissa Cox, KarissAKoxX.
all right, and then DJ Kilo also says Eliza is fire.
Thanks, DJ. Shout out.
So as I said, tonight is a very special, we'll call this adult edition of No Cap Reacts. Y'all not going to see me other than right now, because for real, there's no point of me being on camera tonight. I'm going to let the ladies do
Thanks,
their
DJ.
thing, and we'll go from there. So, No, you know, we're gonna start over this way. Miss Karissa,
Yes.
this is your second time now on the show.
Yes, it is.
Under a different name this time. Okay, so there has clearly been a transformation for you.
Yes.
Okay, so let's go into that.
What
First
do
and
you-
foremost, let me start at the beginning. Okay, where are you from?
Where am I from?
Yeah.
California originally.
All right, and what brought you to Arizona initially?
My husband's job.
Okay, and well, you decided to make a different choice in life here.
I
Going to
did.
the adult industry.
I did.
Where did that come from?
Honestly, I don't really know. My kids are all grown now. I was actually thinking about this today because I had a feeling you were going to ask me. That would be the leading question. Well, I've always joked. I used for like probably since my kids were teenagers, I used to joke and say things like, if you ever see me on OnlyFans, mind your business and scroll on by. And so, I mean, I kind of joked about it. And then I really started thinking, like in high school, I was promiscuous, you know, I liked sex. And I don't know, it's just been always a part of who I am. And then I went to the AVNs with Addison just as like her wingman to help her. And everybody we were meeting was like, oh, I'd love to work with you guys. And so then I came home and I was like, oh, shit, maybe I can do this. And
You do realize that when they say, "Oh, I'd love to work with you," what they really means is, "Oh, I'd love to fuck you."
hey, listen, if we're making money off of that, it's fine with me.
It's the same.
Yeah, literally. Like, I was giving it away in high school for free. Like, let's make money. So I talked to my husband, and
Here we go.
he said, whatever you want to do, babe. So I'm right now having a blast, meeting amazing people. And so we're just going with it.
All right. So how has it been so far?
Super fun, amazing. Like, people have such a preconceived notion about people in the industry, like that there's no morals, like you are just a bad person because you're doing sex work. I just actually saw this big thread about it on Facebook, and it took all of me to not jump in. And like, because they're like, if any girl does that, she's morally corrupt and blah, blah, blah. And like, it couldn't be any further from the truth. People like have respect and there's consent. And
Well, I got some news for them. As men, since it is our job technically to fuck you, put babies in you, and everything else, I guess it would be morally corrupt for us to do that then, because that makes no fucking sense.
yeah,
You're
it's
just doing the
Bingo.
exact same thing with
Right.
a camera.
Yeah.
totally. And listen, if you don't want to watch porn, don't watch porn. Like, that's up to you. I mean, there's a segment of the population who is into it, and that serves them. Nobody's forcing anybody to watch it. I've not come across anybody who's forced to make it. I'm sure there are some situations, but so far what I've come across, consenting adults.
All right, so I gotta go to what they may say would be the bad influence.
That'd be me.
That would be you. What have you done to this young woman?
I mean, you know, she is the one who actually pushed me to do this.
That is true.
And I got, you know, she kept saying, you should do it, you should do it. You know, I was kind of thinking about it, and she really pushed me.
I encouraged
encouraged me.
Yes.
but-
And you even reached out to me and you were like, can you show her what to do? And I was like, girl, I'm not really good at OnlyFans.
Yeah.
So I don't really know like how to tell her what to do.
Yeah. So, you know, of course, you know, it was only fitting that I bring her to AVNs, and I am just so excited for her, and she's absolutely fantastic. And it's been great working with her and watching her grow over the last few months. And yeah, it's fun.
All right, and then we're gonna go through the third piece of this puzzle. So it sounds like you started this.
No, definitely didn't. They came to it on their own. We just gravitationally pulled towards each other.
Okay, so then my question is, who met who first?
Karissa and I have known each other,
Like 17 years.
yeah, a very long time. I was quite surprised to see her in a little Facebook group at one point, and I was like, wait a second. I was like, hey girl,
Yeah.
I see that you're in this group.
Okay, but it's a lifestyle group. But were
Yeah.
you really that shocked? Like how Jason and I have always had a good marriage? Like, did it shock you that we
wasn't-
would circle into that? Or was it because we were Christians?
I
and
was
that
shocked. I was shocked. But it wasn't like a judgment or anything.
No,
like I
no.
thought you guys wouldn't be like that. Like I know you guys are very like open-minded with your kids and stuff like that. So it wasn't terribly like shocking in that way. It was just like, holy shit, I know this one.
Okay,
I
well,
really know this newbie.
okay, well, confession time. Yeah. We'd already found your OnlyFans before I ever joined that group.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people outside of the lifestyle reach out and say, "Hey, I saw you somewhere. I don't know if you know."
Of course
I
we
was
know.
like, I have a clue.
That's funny.
Okay, so then that goes into the next question. Then is great segue. All three of you have been part of the lifestyle, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, actually, technically, all four of us have been a part of the lifestyle.
Oh yeah, that's
I
right.
just technically, I haven't really been a part. No, I can't say haven't really. I haven't at all been since I moved to Arizona. I was more active back in the day when I lived in Missouri. I've known there's a huge lifestyle community here in Arizona.
Yes.
I'm just yet to jump into it. So all three of you ladies are part of the lifestyle.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. So what initially, so promiscuous in high school. What about my other two here? Where did your sexual prowess come alive?
I would say, I mean, I've been in the lifestyle for, I don't know, 10, 11, 12 years now. And primarily as a single female, which is called a unicorn. And so I've always been open-minded, since I had, been a part of the lifestyle and so on and so forth. And I was, I've watched porn and don't have anything against it. It was just one of those things that, once you're on the internet, you're on the internet. And I took me a little bit to decide when I was ready for that to happen and whatever the negative outcomes that may come about because of that. So it took me, a while to decide to jump in, but I'm certainly glad I did. And I actually wish I wouldn't have waited so long.
And Eliza, when did you jump in?
I was very innocent in high school, so I think, I was always very creative and curious, but I was very innocent. I would say, like, what's the question?
Lifestyle.
When did I?
you jump into the lifestyle?
Oh, yeah. The lifestyle 8 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how has that been for all three of you?
Well, what I will say is, since becoming a sex worker, I no longer play in the lifestyle. I'll go to events and things like that, but I do not have sex in the lifestyle. Frankly, lifestyle people take testing very differently. Most of them are actually very negative about it. And ask a lifestyle person if they've been tested recently and they look at you cross-eyed, or if sometimes you even bring up testing, they'll just stop talking to you because they think you're rude.
Or calling them dirty. Or whatever.
Yeah. So I don't get into that. My body is how I make money, and I'm not willing to risk anything for that. So I no longer play in the lifestyle.
I think that lifestyle has had ups and downs. I was actually moving away from lifestyle things before I started doing industry stuff. So it's actually been a great outlet for me because I really enjoy the exhibitionism of playing at a lifestyle party. And so now I get to do it just actually in a safer setting. Not that, okay, I'm going to walk it back a little bit because I've been to plenty of parties that, you know, it's been positive and all of that stuff. And like safety was first, consent was standard. So I'm also not talking down about the lifestyle. I just, as a single female, it could get a little overwhelming. And so I was mostly feeling overwhelmed by the options, the propositions, navigating other people's relationship, and trying to stay above reproach. So it was just a lot to maneuver, and I felt like once COVID started, a lot of relationships kind of crumbled, and just as you know, anywhere.
Yeah,
But
like, that's more than a lifestyle. That's just
yeah. So
life, period.
I wanted to stay away from all of that. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to be a part of the aftermath of it, you know, any drama. And so it was more just kind of I was protecting my energy, not because the people were terrible, but just I wanted to be a little bit more secluded. And so going into porn now, I get to be naughty and fun and free-spirited, but very strategically, and no emotions. Like not like I have genuine respect for my co-stars, and I actually genuinely love them. Like especially the people that I'm working with over and over. There's not like a love feeling there. There's just a respect and that camaraderie. Like we just created something awesome. So like a creative friendship, I guess, or collaboration. So that's been nice, just having good people who also back you up and support you. Like, so I'm getting fed also relationally. Yeah. Sorry.
So for me, the lifestyle is obviously different. I'm married. We've been in for a little over 3 years, I think. And we got into the lifestyle because I like girls. So that's how we led into the lifestyle. Like these two, now that I'm working, we're not really playing as much. We've always played with condoms and stuff, so that's not going to change. But like if I'm working out of respect for my co-stars and other creators, I'm not playing during that time. So like I'm working tomorrow and then I won't be working again until we get back, so I won't test, you know. So then if we want to, you know, do a little lifestyle stuff, we can, but right now that's kind of not at the forefront. Like Eliza said, I'm having sex with lots of other people right now. And now my husband gets to see it on film and he's like, okay, cool. So but the lifestyle for us is more just a thing we do together. We like to be around sexually open people. I like to get to dress how I want or be naked or free, or, you know. So the lifestyle is just more about Jason and I, not really about everybody else, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay, that's cool. So, in doing what all of you ladies do, now that you're all, another way to say it, knee deep in the industry,
Vagina deep.
Vagina deep.
vagina waist deep. How are you guys enjoying that so far? And what is the difference between the lifestyle and the entertainment industry minus the money?
Well, a lot of what we do or what I do, scripted scenes. You know, I'll have a 14-page script and it's a whole storyline and you have to memorize lines and it's a whole production. It's not just going into a room and fucking. It just isn't. And in fact, a lot of what I do in the industry, the sex is the least amount of work. Meaning, it takes all day to learn your lines and to do this and to do that. And the sex is the last thing to come during the day. And
That's a mouthful. The sex is the last to come.
yes. And it's really it's really scripted in the sense of like, okay, so you did this position for 3 minutes and then this position for 3 minutes, and you put it all together and it looks fantastic. But I will tell you, 99% of the time, the sex I'm having on camera is not enjoyable in the sense of like, I might have an orgasm, but it's not the same orgasm I'm having with like the guy I'm seeing or anything like that. It's just, whatever. So we don't just go into a place and just start screwing. There's a lot more to it.
Well, I mean, 3 minutes here, 3 minutes there. Man, okay, so
and you've got someone, giving you, okay, switch, like it's time, next position.
now what how do you handle it when you're like on the brink of orgasm and then it's like, okay, stop? Because I mean, isn't that one of the biggest parts of what makes the video good?
Sure. So I haven't had that happen to me. I'm very vocal, so I typically will tell I'm getting ready to come, whatever. That's just me naturally. So they're going to let that come through before they stop or do anything. I've never been cut off from having an orgasm. They're not going to miss that opportunity.
What about the
guy?
No. How about the other two ladies?
Oh,
All right, Karissa, have you had a scene yet?
oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
So you asked the difference between.
Have you been in the middle of shooting, and right before scene change, you're about to come, and they're like, no.
I haven't had that happen.
Eliza?
Nope.
Damn, it's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like exact
Yeah.
science. Like, it's not like, okay, 3 minutes now, stop.
Right.
Immediately.
True, and that's what I'm
It's
saying.
just
Is
like
it
we
could be
need
a
at least 3 minutes in this position. Then we'll go to these other 4 positions, and
Because we need a total of 28 to 30
Right.
minutes of actual sex. So
Right,
that's how they put it
so-
together.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever been interrupted.
No.
It's been much like a nice little flow.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yes.
all right. So, sex itself. How does the sex different from lifestyle sex to porn sex?
Honestly, for me, the porn sex has been better than the lifestyle sex that I was having.
Okay, elaborate, because we.
Well, I mean, I will say there are several men in the lifestyle that I've had sex with that it's been a wonderful, great experience. But a lot of times you find in the lifestyle, guys get super fucked up and
like
drunk. Yeah, like you're at a party and
Whiskey
they're drinking, basically whiskey dick. Like my husband and I were at a thing, like a hotel takeover in Vegas. The nicest couple ever, like totally sweet. Well, he drank a lot. My husband doesn't drink, so he's in the bed next to me railing the shit out of some girl. And I got this guy like on me, and I'm looking, and she's like screaming, "Yeah, daddy," at my husband, and I'm like, "Can somebody get this drunk guy off of me?" Like, but in the industry, people are clear-headed, and so they're getting the job done. Like, I'm having orgasms every time on camera. But in the lifestyle, that was not the case.
I will say too, in the lifestyle, what I found is, you make friends with people and you get to know them, and there are certain friendships where those couples or individuals think that because they're friends with you, it's an expectation that you're always going to have sex with them. And that's really frustrating because I've gone to a lot of lifestyle events where I didn't want to have sex. I just wanted to be around the people.
people.
Yeah, and really enjoy myself. It really wasn't about me having sex. So when you've got people, especially as a single female, the hounding, which I know Eliza can, relate to this, the hounding of, oh, when are we going to get a room? And when, and it's just frustrating. Like, back off. If I want to have sex with you, I'll come to you. But don't follow me around all night waiting for me to say yes.
that even happens to me as a married woman. Like, you have sex with them one time, and then there's an expectation that, oh, we've done it, why wouldn't we do it again?
Sure.
Well, because not tonight. Like, you know. So.
Sounds like some ladies got some good pussy.
You know.
She said, you know. All right.
Subscribe and you can see for
That's
yourself.
right. Absolutely.
Yeah, subscribe and you can see. Okay, here's here's going to be a big question. I know a lot of. At one point in time, is there ever going to be a video where 1, 2, and 3 will all be together?
Addison and I shot video together yesterday.
We did.
Yeah.
And I will say, well, I'm not going to say that because I don't want to say that on camera. But I think at some point there will be something that will come up that will allow all three of us to work together in whatever that comfort level is.
Actually, one of my fans commented on my tweet and tagged some of our friends that are in the industry here in Arizona and told us that he has some ideas for the three of us and that group of men. Yeah.
I can't wait to hear
He has
it.
a fantasy idea that he would like us all to put together. So that was on Twitter today.
Making dreams come true.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know what she's referring to, so you'll have to tell me.
Oh, you didn't see it on Twitter today? Oh, you were working.
It was working. I
Yeah.
might have liked it though, because I will. I'll go down and see like what I'm tagged in, and I'll just go like. Thank you, love you, hearts.
Yeah.
All right, so now that all three of you guys are doing what you're doing, right? What would you say are the pros and what would you say are the cons for someone else that potentially may be interested in going from lifestyle to lifestyle?
For sure that you would think your friends in the lifestyle would not be judgmental.
I was hoping you'd bring this up.
Yeah, so I got into the industry. I knew I've been trying to, I keep everything separate. Like, I have 2 different phones, like, not trying to cross my vanilla,
Drug dealer.
basically.
Sorry, my
pussy
bad.
dealer.
Pussy dealer.
Yeah, pussy dealer. So, anyways, like, I knew at some point some of vanilla people in my life would come across and they might be judgmental or whatever and, back away from our friendship, which is fine, I understand. But the judgment actually came from someone in the lifestyle, like, right away, which was quite shocking. So if you're in the lifestyle, just know not everybody.
But it was a pretty big deal. I mean,
Yeah.
it wasn't just judgment. It was, I don't want to be your friend anymore. I don't want to be associated with you because you're being tagged to AVNs.
Yeah.
This person obviously doesn't understand that AVNs is a convention and that there's people walking through to see
Yeah.
porn stars. Yeah. It's not like a convention where people are having sex in the open or
Yeah.
anything like that.
Which, if they were in the lifestyle, they would be in a convention center having sex in the open. And
Right.
Yeah, so it just
Yeah.
didn't make any sense. And it was,
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It was so
they
hurtful
actually
for
have
her-
don't they
for
have
you.
like swingers conventions?
Oh,
If-
yeah.
Yeah.
I know for sure they have them in Kansas City. I know
Oh,
for sure
yeah.
they have it in Las Vegas,
Yeah.
Arkansas, huge one in Arkansas actually. So
Yeah.
Well, I think that's the thing about the porn industry is it really does force you to draw a line where your line is, and it doesn't always have to make sense, I guess, to everybody. For some it might seem like the most reasonable transition, and for some they could never. But I feel like somebody who's judgmental is just going to be judgmental anyway, and those who are going to be accepting are going to be accepting no matter what, even if it is a hard line for them. Like, hey,
maybe they're just mad that you're getting paid for your good vagina.
I think there's a
and
lot of
they're
jealousy
not.
in that.
Yeah. I don't know, but so that
a
was
lot of insecurity.
yeah, that
for
was
sure.
it was I think that was just like probably the most shocking thing, making that leap. But then on the other hand, so many of my other lifestyle friends are like, hell yeah, like that's so exciting. Like I had one friend be like, yeah, like I set up an OnlyFans, but I never did anything with it. Like you're braver than I am, you know. So for the overwhelming majority, like our friends have been supportive for sure. But you just, and I know when I talked to Eliza about it, she goes, honestly, I'm not shocked because you said you've come across some lifestyle people who are kind of judgy at some point. Not probably to the extent of what.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
to the hurtful
Yeah.
place. It was just more like, they're like, well, do you even have sex for pleasure anymore? Like, I feel so bad for you. Like, you've lost your love for sex. I was like, well, why do you think that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, I am a business-minded person. I am intentional, but I was intentional about sex before. So I wasn't just, you know, floozy whatever. I mean, I was.
Hey,
was
no shame, sis. No shame.
But what I mean is, like,
You chose carefully
I
who
chose-
you gave it to.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I wasn't just out there, you know, doing whatever.
Yeah.
So, nothing has changed in that regard. But I have received that
Yeah.
comment, I guess is the right word.
And I would say that on your question, what people to getting in, I think we're working. Like, people think, oh, you just make a video and put it on the internet. That's the easy part, honestly, in my mind. Like, that part's the easy part. We're never off of our phones. Your phone is your business. You're posting, you're networking, you're
texting.
Yeah, so
you know.
it's a lot of work. People just think, oh, you have sex and make money. Well, but there's a lot on the back end.
Yeah.
That actually I kind of struggled with at first because I'm not a phone person. I hate all of that. So I had to get out of that mindset that like just being on your phone all the time, like be productive. Yeah. And I had to realize like you are being productive, you know. So I just had to switch in my mind.
It's a hustle, and you're constantly networking, and you're constantly trying, like, even, I mean, like what I was saying, haphazardly liking things on Twitter, I would also go through and just like somebody else's and repost or, you know, comment or things like that. So that you're building an online relationship with other talent, so that you'll get noticed, so that they'll want to work with you, so that, you know, because it's not an act, you know, I really am a girl's girl, so I'm going to be supporting other female talents out there a lot, and then I'll be, you know, putting the emoji face with the tongue out for all the guys, you know, posting their dicks on Twitter. It's like, hey, let me suck it, you know. So, like, it's just you're constantly trying to get noticed, and not in like a desperate for attention way, but it's for business. So like all of us know, we all have our own businesses, so we all know, like, because I do hair, so if I post a picture of hair, somebody's going to be like, oh yeah, I need to get my hair done, and then they text me. So it's just that mindset that it's just a lot of work.
It is.
It's a lot of work.
And you know, I have an agent. You know, so everyone's like, oh, well, if you have an agent, then things are easier. And to an extent, yes, like things are a little bit easier in the sense that he has a lot of access to a lot of the production companies and producers and things like that. But that doesn't mean you stop working, because there's still a lot of people out there who don't know who I am. You know, I'm less than a year in. So I've got to bust my butt to get my name out there and let people know who I am. And really start climbing that ladder if I want to be.
What's your name? Let them know.
Addison James.
Addison. I think when a few of your recent collabs come out, that'll shoot right up.
Yeah, I'm super excited about those.
Can you talk about them?
Sure.
Yeah.
So there was a Team VIP They are a group of men who put together production houses for like the weekend. So they actually came into town, and actually all three of us here were invited to attend. It was an Arizona event, and then there were some people that came from out of state, and then
Out of country. Even.
out of the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, someone from Brazil, and it was
You said it's Team VIP?
Team
Yeah.
VIP. Yes,
And y'all
yes.
forgot to invite me. Fuck y'all. Not you, Team VIP.
It was by invite only.
Yes.
No, that's what I'm saying. So Team VIP did not contact me and say, Bailey, we need you there. So fuck them.
And so opportunity to work with some really big names in the industry. A couple of them are big producers in the industry as well as talent. So that and that was for a collab. That wasn't a paid scene or anything, but to get those opportunities to work with people like that, those are the people you want to work with, because if they like your work, and to get feedback from them, that's everything. So I just feel incredibly grateful that I had the opportunity to work with such professional and people that have a say in the industry. So at some point, hopefully that will come back to me, and they'll be like, oh yeah, I worked with Addison. She was fantastic. She needs to be on this set, and I think she'd be the perfect person. So and the other thing is, it's a big industry, but it's actually really small. So be careful who you piss off, because that can ruin everything for you. Be really careful. So, little word of advice: be nice and polite, and
Put your best pussy forward.
put your best pussy forward. Be nice to the production people and the team. That goes a long way for you getting rehired. I had a production team in Las Vegas, and I brought them donuts. They were the happiest 4 men that I had seen. I mean, they literally couldn't stop thanking me all day because I brought donuts, because no one ever brings them anything, and they bust their ass for us. And that was just a
Literally.
little thank you for, hey, thanks for taking good care of me and making sure that I'm putting my best foot forward in the scene and making sure that I look my best. So it's just things like that make a difference.
I think what I learned being there is they want us to succeed as much as they want to succeed.
Yes.
They want all of us to make money. They want everybody to, go to the next level. Like, just the nicest people. Like, they care. Like, the men care about the girls they're working with.
Well, and I'll add to that, they have a lot of knowledge,
Yes.
a lot of
Yes.
years of industry knowledge, and they're willing to show you the ropes. And if you listen to them, you'll get into the right mindset, because a lot of people get into the industry and they think only mainstream is how you make it. And it serves its purpose, right? So you want to be known, you want to be in mainstream stuff, but I learned from Richard Mann, like, you need to when I first met him, he's like, you need to build up your content, because you need a place for new fans from mainstream shoots to go with, and that's how you make your money.
Content is king.
Yeah, so like Mr. Nuts, who hosted, he has the #1 site on, was it X videos?
I think so, yeah.
I think he posted that.
And he's been the top because he is constantly churning out product.
And how old is this man? I mean, he's not young.
I think he's late 50s.
Yeah, and he's
Yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
And that's the other thing is, nowadays in porn, you don't have to depend on companies or productions. You can make money on your own. So like, you're in control. You have autonomy over your body, your autonomy over your business, your brand. And that really translates as confidence. And if you're not just chasing the clout, the clout's going to come to you, I think.
Yeah.
If you work really hard
Yeah.
on your brand.
just put the work in and try to put out quality work, and it will pay off.
All right, so knowing that one's married, Eliza, are you dating or with anyone currently?
I am kind of seeing someone that's kind of new, so I don't know. I don't know if I want to say anything else about it.
All right, and then Addison, are you currently seeing anyone by chance?
I am.
Okay, so there is a term out there of boyfriend dick. There's boyfriend dick and there's porn dick.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never heard that.
Let the people know what the fuck that means.
Yeah, I was like, I've never heard
Porn
that.
dick is like the massive, huge
Oh,
destroyer of all.
Yeah,
gotcha.
And boyfriend is like,
Regular, normal.
you don't need 5 days recovery.
No.
That's not sexy.
No.
So,
And I'll take boyfriend dick every day of the week.
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Every day of the week.
Which
I
is
love
the first
boyfriend dick.
choice? Which is the first choice?
I would say for me, again, because when I'm working, there's no emotion attached. So my orgasms are, you can see them, but the emotions through my body don't play the same way as they would if I was with my partner back home. So that's when I have like the real orgasm as far as like full body experience. But in porn, it's, it's not like that. I still have an orgasm, but it's very emotionless. And I don't have that full body experience.
Yeah.
Let's go to our
What she said, I guess. It's just, I wouldn't purposely seek out a big dick to be my boyfriend. Right. I would seek that as like a mountain to conquer.
Yeah.
And, test my boundaries. But I need a little less and more finesse.
Yeah.
Well, I'm married, so I'm choosing my husband obviously every time.
Yes.
I mean, there's no, like they said, there's no emotion in porn. Like my husband and I, obviously, we have a connection, and so it's just not even the same. Like it, yeah.
Okay, now here's a question. What makes you come faster? Someone that you're emotionally attached to, or on a shoot?
Emotionally attached to.
I come very easily. So
Well, you know what? I come very easily too now that you say that. So, but I would say the way that I like to come and I like that full body experience, I'm going to say that's not important.
Yeah.
I don't have a difference yet. We'll see.
And then, what's the difference between porn sex and lifestyle sex?
There's no script for lifestyle sex, whereas usually when we're working, whether it's a collab or a mainstream.
But I mean, just the act of it, right?
Well, I would say in lifestyle sex, especially if it's like where someone like you just have met them, it's like awkward and fumbly.
Yeah.
Like the men are like, a lot of times they're like in the lifestyle, ED is a huge thing because these guys drink, they get nervous. Like, so, and in porn sex, the guys are ready to go. Like that's their job, So they're prepped and primed and like I have a friend.
She said prepped and
Yeah,
primed.
I mean, they are, because
So now that we've prepped the
Full-
car and
they're
primed
full
the car,
cocked.
it's ready to go.
Yeah. I mean, and they know, like, if they've got to have a scene, they're going to make sure they've got the cum to show in the scene and things like that. So it's a business. So it's just different. But in the lifestyle, unless it's a partner or like I have one person that I hook up with, the sex is really good. And we're really good friends. Like, so that's different. But like the lifestyle sex usually isn't very good. I mean, as a overwhelming, I would say, especially the first time with someone.
Single guys in the lifestyle is a better experience than married guys in the lifestyle.
I agree.
In my experience.
No, I definitely agree with that.
There's
Thank you for the compliment.
there's been several married men that I've had like a great experience with. So it's if any of you are watching,
No, and I'm not saying that, but generally, like,
But-
the first time if you
Yeah.
just met at a party, like, there's just
Yeah.
so many variables that, you know.
and I like to be railed. So
Well, I was
like,
gonna say-
I would like it rough. I want them to know exactly what they're doing. Somebody who's gonna, like, they know exactly how to make somebody squirt. They'll do a little choking. They'll do a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Like, I want somebody to, like, own me. So, like, a lot of guys in lifestyle, rightfully so, are a little more tender, are a little more, like, reserved
But
or
you do
whatever.
understand. Okay, so I got to jump in on this a little bit because there are, and I hear it all the time, like, fuck the shit out of me, like, give it your all, act. And the crazy part about it is, like, I've never been a little dude.
Okay.
So, in tip-top condition, I'm walking in looking like a porn star. Physically, like, a woman next to me has always been very small, and I can easily manhandle you. So when they're, like, harder, like, I don't know your limits yet. I don't know what you can take and what you can't take. I don't know how hard I can squeeze your neck and how hard I can't squeeze. Like, and I'm gonna tell you, because at one point in time, so this chick, she had epilepsy. Every time she came, it triggered. And she came a lot and she came quick. And so there's two different things.
Kink unlocked.
There's two different things, right? One, the first time it happened, it scared the living shit out of me.
I bet.
But at the same time, too, it's fucking the best fucking sex in the world because when she seized up, guess what else seizes?
Don't I know it?
So it was. I don't even know how to explain it. But again, things like that happen to us as men, and we don't know what we can or what we now.
Well, communication.
Well,
you know?
yeah.
true.
Communication.
Have the
Now-
conversation.
Now, if I see your ass again, and
It's on like Donkey Kong.
yeah, if you get into the shit, fuck, okay, I know what you can handle now. Because I'm gonna figure it out before I'm done with you in the first place. But for a lot of guys, like, they don't know that, and it is in the current climate, the Me Too world we live in. Shit is fucking. It can get scary as a guy.
No, I think so. In porn, one of the things when you're with a scene partner is you ask, what are your limits? What are your do's or don'ts? So on and so forth. So you really have that conversation prior to get that out of the way so that no one crosses the line and so on and so forth. And I think in lifestyle, that same conversation should happen. But I think most people are just so excited that they're going to get to sleep with someone different that they don't think to have that conversation. It's just, let's get with it.
I also think, when you have alcohol or,
Sure.
extracurriculars, you're not so in tune with somebody else. Like, you're not reading the signs, the gestures, the cues. And,
Basilio Castillo says Eliza is a ton of fun.
oh, yeah, you guys should fuck him. Oh.
Okay. Send me a DM.
He's a great collab, and he does a great job and everything. His wife is very beautiful too.
Oh, nice.
They're also lifestyle people
Aw,
that turn. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, hi Basilio. But what I would say is, like, if you're inebriated, you're not going to have the best conversation. You're not going to be the best at reading signs. But like all my scene partners, they're watching. They're watching for cues. I'll be like, yeah, go do more. I was like, choke me harder.
Yeah.
The one in the gangbang that I did at AVN, I was a little nervous, and so I was like, okay, you guys, like,
How many people were in that game?
it was 4 guys. I walked in, I was very nervous, but then I saw that 2 of the guys I've already worked with, and I knew them, and they were great guys. So then I was like, okay, I felt a little more at ease.
Like, my vagina is gonna be okay.
Yeah. No, I knew it was not going to be. I definitely knew that. But I knew that they were people who, like, they have great empathy. Like a lot of people they have good energy. They know how to read you. So that's a really great skill to have, especially as a male talent, is understanding a woman's body, but also understanding how their body is reacting to you. However, I was nervous. I was like, man, these guys are gonna fuck the shit out of me. I'm a little nervous. And then it just like all of a sudden clicked, and there was like gremlin mode happened. And then I was like telling the guy, I was like, do it harder, do this, that. And he was like, I'm just doing it for show. I was like, you better fucking do it more. So, he needed to listen. But other than that,
You need to listen.
he was nervous, but I gave him the okay. And then that's when things really went down. It was fun.
So here's a question for all you ladies. Nothing to do with the lifestyle, nothing to do with porn as a whole, right? So, when you are choosing a partner, you're choosing someone to be with. What would you sacrifice more? Would you sacrifice on in the bedroom or out of the bedroom? If this is someone that you're going to spend the rest of your life with. Karissa, for you, this just has to be hypothetical.
Hypothetical.
What is out of the bedroom and in
Just like
how they are,
like
like
how
as a
we
human,
how you get
how they
along,
treat
and
you,
yeah.
all those
I would sacrifice in the bedroom because that's only a small part.
And you can fuck
And
yourself.
there's other things. I mean, and there's other things you can do. Like I think about that all the time. Like you see, like, oh, somebody got paralyzed and then they get divorced, and I'm like, I would never leave my husband under any, like, it wouldn't matter if he was in a wheelchair and we could not ever have intercourse again. Like, so the out of the bedroom is definitely the number one.
Yeah. Wait, so I would sacrifice in the bedroom.
Yeah. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
That's it. That's
Yeah.
mine too.
Yeah, I would also sacrifice in the bedroom.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because outside of the bedroom, if you have an open, honest relationship, then you can be open and honest about what's happening in the bedroom and what your needs are. So there's no need to feel like you're not being heard.
Do you guys think that men are selfish lovers?
Some are. And I think a lot of, my personal opinion is I think a lot of it comes down to lack of communication or even the way that they were raised and saw how someone in their life treated women.
Nothing to add.
No.
Nailed it.
What makes a man a good lover?
I think if they're in tune with your body, like, and kind of can take your cues.
But I look at that, though, as a whole, like, mind, body, soul. Mm-hmm. I mean, what makes them a good lover is that they cover all of that. It's not just my vagina. It's
Right.
taking care of my heart, taking care of my mind. All the things come together, and that is incredibly attractive and incredibly sexy. So I think that makes someone a good lover. Yeah, I could be with someone who's great in bed, but when we're not in the bedroom, they're
Well,
kind
that's
of
that's
shitty
just
person.
fucking.
Yeah,
Like, to me, a
then they're
lover
shitty-
is
they're a shitty
the
person.
whole. Yeah.
But people marry. I think people marry people they technically fuck. They're not really great lovers because
But so what I'm gonna say? What happens if you meet a guy, and the first time he fucks you, like he takes care of all of your physical needs?
I'll be digmatized momentarily.
She said dick,
Yeah.
so you'd be
Yes.
dickmatized.
I mean, that only lasts for so long. I mean,
Yeah.
we're not all very young. I mean,
Yeah.
I just read a thing. Somebody like they did
Excuse me.
yeah, they did. Somebody did like a question, like it was for people over 70, and it asked like how many of them were still having sex, and it was like a pretty low. And I would assume it's because of health and issues like that, So sex goes away at some point for some people, but everything else will be there forever,
I'm letting you know, I'm fucking till I'm 90.
Well, that's why we work out. That's why we eat well, because I want to be having sex. I want us to die having sex, like heart attacks together at like
I love
85.
it.
I swear, Lord Jesus, you hear me right now. Let me die in pussy.
Yes.
If I die any other
Yes.
way, I'm fucking. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna do everything. I'm gonna do my best to get out of heaven or hell, whichever way you send me to. Because if I don't die in pussy, I'm not dying. I came from the pussy. I'm going back in the pussy.
That's funny. Yeah.
All right. So as a whole, what are some of the things you'd like people to know about you ladies?
So we are not machines. It might look like we're machines, but we are real human beings that also have responsibilities and lives outside of our work. Although I'd say this business really can take over a lot of your life if you allow it to. And, you know, early on I was taught you need to have a work-life balance with this, else this can literally become 24/7. Which isn't healthy for anyone, and you will really run yourself ragged very quickly.
Kazumi.
So, I think when people reach out to us and we don't respond immediately, it's not because we're ignoring you. We could be in the middle of a collab, or we could be handling our kids, or whatever it is. Like, try to have a little understanding that this isn't the only thing that we do.
Well, and sometimes free time doesn't equate to expending energy freedom. So
Yes.
so there's still is that time when we aren't doing anything, but we still need to recharge to add on to your
Absolutely.
thing.
I mean,
You said 5 days of recovery, so
That's with it, Actually, it's been a while since I've had to have 5 days
Yeah.
recovery. Trained her. What would you say?
ask the question again.
What would you want people to know about you?
About me or
Like in the industry, as far as like in the industry.
in the industry. Well, I'm a one-man show. I don't have anybody helping. I'm not anybody. That's my daughter helps me with some social media stuff, just like the technical part, because like I don't. That's and then of course my husband helps me. But I don't
Who
have
also has a full-time job.
Yes, he has. And they both work, and
Yes.
so I don't have agencies. I'm not like. I'm doing this honestly for fun. Like the moment this isn't fun for me anymore, I'm probably gonna step away. Like, so, but it's just a one man show. So like Addison said, like when I respond to a DM, it's actually me. Like you're talking to me. You're not talking to some sexter. You're not talking to somebody else. It's me. So I can only do so much because I still have a family and I still have a husband, and that's been the hardest part for me. Because I've always, when my husband gets home from work, that's it. Like everything else shuts off. Well, now I can't really do that. So that's been hard finding that balance. But I'm trying my best to answer those DMs. Like I have a fan who was messaging me and then I hadn't heard from him in a little bit. And that was odd. And like he's a person. Like I have no idea. I've never met him. But they're people. So I actually reached out and I was like, hey, just checking in on you. Like you usually message me pretty often. I haven't heard from you. So, this is, I'm a people person. And so that's been kind of weird for me. Like, cause I don't know these people. So that's been like an adjustment.
Yeah.
But then one day you'll go to AVNs and they'll show up and you'll
Yes,
get to meet them.
so
And it's pretty
exciting.
cool.
I know.
Yeah, people have been supporting you from day one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, your guys's was like pretty spot on. I don't really have anything to add.
all right. So how much fun are you guys having in life right now?
I'm having a
I'm
blast.
having a blast, and it's more fun because I'm doing it with my friends. Like
Yeah.
it just makes it. And I have another friend in the industry, who's also at the collab house.
Yeah.
Like I literally knew all the Arizona girls there, and not from meeting them in the industry. So
You get around.
I do get around it. But it's just been really fun, and it's so fun supporting my friends. Like they'll post something and I'll repost it, and I mean what I say. Like I'm excited for my friends. Like it's fun to watch everybody. So I'm literally living my best life.
Yeah.
Living.
And we're all at different levels. I think that like I've been in it for a while, so I'm a little more, and my attention is focused elsewhere. So I'm a little more like, I would just say here, I see you getting excited and moving up. I see you shooting up. That's going to happen for you. She's going to be super big.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's great too, because we can make it whatever we want.
Yeah.
You know, I think you would like to win awards. You want to be.
Yes.
Am I right? I guess I haven't had that conversation.
I
with
I
you.
think, we all want to be recognized, and I would be honored if I ever got recognized for the work that I do.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly, striving to be better and improve with everything that I do, so that one day maybe that does happen.
Yeah, and you've put yourself on that path to get there. So for me, I've liked where I've been going and stuff like that, but I'm a little more like plateauing intentionally. It's exhausting, and so I'm really happy though, because I'll collab here and there, and I'll do a little shoot here and there, and it's perfect. I get to make it whatever I want to be. And then I see you getting super like,
Yeah, it's just fun
You're just
for me.
having a
yeah.
lot of fun
It's just
and
fun
stuff
for
like
me.
that.
But you
Yeah.
have a full-time job where Addison and I do not.
Right. This is
So, I mean, in this, I'm just doing it because it's fun,
and you look good doing it.
Oh, thanks.
yes.
So,
Yeah,
so I
she
mean,
just- I don't have a job anymore, so maybe it's time for me to jump in and just
Hey.
do it for fun.
A jab?
jab.
Good job.
Oh, a jab.
Jab.
I retired as of March 1st.
Aw. Is that a real retirement or like a congratulations retirement or?
No, like a really.
Oh, well, congratulations.
I retired from
Yes,
corporate
congratulations.
America. I pretty much do what I want to with my time now.
Good for
Yeah.
you.
I mean, I still do teach Pilates. Like I will never stop doing that because I do love my clients. So, but my clients do know what I'm doing. So they know like if I'm taking time off or whatever, and they're my
So you're gonna start getting some new.
we're gonna keep that separate.
She gonna get some new clients.
No,
Yeah, she really is flexible. Look at her. Oh, shit.
But no, my clients are my cheerleaders. They are so supportive and they're excited for me, and it's just been fun to bring the people along in my life who love me and support me and are my cheerleaders.
I think it's funny that a lot of your clients like know who we are too.
Oh, yeah.
Just through posts and stuff.
Yeah.
Like never even met, but they're like, you'll tell me what they
Yeah.
say, and
Yeah.
they talk about all of us like they know all of us, which is really, really sweet.
Yeah. So.
All right. So if my black ass wasn't here asking y'all questions, what kind of conversations would it sound like between you three?
Depends on the day. We could talk about makeup. We could talk about.
I was talking to you about skincare because I was
Yeah.
like, how do I look like you? How do I get your baby face?
Oh my god.
She's like, wash your face.
Oh no, she did not because she is the
Oh,
worst.
No, she did. She did. She told me we did an impromptu Instagram live, and I was like, well, how do you keep your face looking so young? Like, what things do you do? She's like, well, I do these different
Serums. And
serums and stuff, but she also washes her face every night.
no, I don't watch it every night.
No.
Carissa
Did I
will
just
call,
put words in your mouth?
yeah, Carissa will call me out on a heartbeat. So I do miss nights of washing my face. I'm not gonna lie, but I think the biggest thing, wear sunscreen.
Yeah.
And protect your
Oh,
skin.
yeah, you
That's
did
like the
say
biggest
that.
thing is really wear sunscreen.
Yeah, and you do have to do treatments and
Yes.
things like.
But would we also talk about? We talk about like hygiene, probably, like
Yeah.
how to keep your hygiene.
And then we'd
good.
also talk about people we've currently worked with or whatever. And Eliza might say, "Oh, I referred you to so and so who I just worked with, who I think you would do great with," or vice versa. Or, "Hey, Eliza, I worked with this guy. Do you know anything about him? This and that." Or they reached out to me. "Do you know anything about them? I see they follow you on Twitter." We have those
Yeah, I think
conversations.
a lot of it has to do with referrals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, but we also talk about like I just had a little health.
Life.
I just had a little health thing.
Yes,
and,
absolutely.
I mean, we talk about that. They
Yeah.
check in on me, like so. Our friendship is definitely more.
Yes.
I mean, currently we're all busy working and doing things, but like Eliza cuts my hair, so we go there and we talk about other things, and of course, Addison and I, she comes over for Sunday family dinners and things like that. So it's not all industry stuff
No.
we talk about. No.
We're much
deeper.
world.
Yes, yeah. But that's just what we're currently all. We're all trying to make money.
So at the end of the day, what
Give
you're
us your
saying,
money.
Yes.
what you're saying is at the end of the day, y'all are just regular women.
We really are.
Yeah.
See, it's easy. That's all I'm trying to do is show people like at the end of the day, like y'all are just regular people doing regular shit.
Oh yeah. We literally.
Y'all just happen to like getting dick down on video.
Yes.
True.
With a nice paycheck.
Yeah.
How nice is the paycheck?
You know,
Because I've talked to guys and
they get paid differently than we do.
Yes, clearly.
They, from what I know, they typically are a standard rate, meaning whether they're
Standard dick rate.
Yeah,
great.
meaning whether they're fucking a girl in the vagina or in the ass, they're going to get paid the same money. Whereas a girl, whereas a girl, we get paid boy girl, and then we'll get paid a different rate for boy girl anal. We'll get paid differently for boy girl or girl. Those rates all
Which one
are
pays
different.
the most?
I would say anal and gangbangs pay the most.
Okay. Which one do you enjoy the most?
I don't do either right now. You know, my path is to put things out little by little, and I'm really going to pace myself in my career. There's a lot of people, especially a lot of the young girls, I'll say, you know, they get excited, this and that, and they just literally throw themselves into everything. And within a year, they're so burnt out, they can't even do it anymore because they were doing 25 scenes a month and nonstop and then collabing on top of that. And they have nothing left to give. They're an emotional mess. So I will start doing other things when the time is right. But right now I am just boy, girl and girl.
And the rest of you ladies?
What was the question?
What do you do?
What pays the most and which one do you enjoy the most?
I mean, yeah, anal pays the most.
Yeah,
typically.
Anal.
I haven't done a paid gangbang scene, but I've done paid anal. I really enjoyed working with DP Diva and Perv City, so those would be really good for you at some point when you decide to do that, or if you decide. There's plenty of people who have not done it at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's
really what your comfort level is.
yeah. I mean, sometimes it's nice when a production company calls you in and they are giving you multiple shoots.
Absolutely.
So it's like you're doing a little bit more work in like a 3-day period or a 2-day period, but it ends up being more worth your time because you're getting guaranteed like a certain amount. So
Yes.
instead of like piecemealing one scene here and one scene
Right.
there.
And I've only done collabs, and I don't do anal, and I've not done a gangbang.
Okay. Now, a couple weeks ago, I happened to be on the internet, which I'm hardly ever on the internet. Twitter to be, well, it's called X now.
I'm scared. What
Me
did
too.
you
What is
say?
it?
No, I saw some pictures of Addison.
Yes. Which
And
ones?
I forgot. I sent a message. I think I said put it away or something like that.
No shit.
Were her boobs out?
Everything was out. Okay, so this is the thing. For me, especially when I have people, even though like I do add you guys to social medias to just like if anyone ever asks, I could be like, hey, here it is, here they are. But I never actually go to you guys' Twitter
Yeah.
actually peeking or looking or trying to see anything, right? And then because I have so many different people there and so much stuff that's thrown at me in my newsfeed, I never actually, I really have to go look for you for it to happen. And she just happened to be there. Now, here's the question. The question is, what happens when it's a random friend, family member, or something, and then like, boom, you pop up in their news?
I just had that happen.
I haven't had that happen, so I'll let Karissa talk about it.
So I have adult children
Oh, yeah.
in their 20s. And apparently I came up across on one of their Instagrams, And instead of them just looking at my photos, they decided to like them.
Oh God.
And so
True support.
yeah. And then I got a subscriber, which I'm super grateful for. But then this subscriber, which I don't know who it is, because it's like they use weird names or whatever on OnlyFans. And the subscriber asked me if I wanted to have sex with one of my son's friends. Well, I have 3 sons. So whoever you are, just tell me who you are and then we can discuss. But yep, they found me. So I don't know who they are, but I mean, I'd like to know who you are. I mean, you know, y'all are adults now. Let's go. So yes, I did get found. I did get found. So, I mean, it's bound to happen, right? And that's what I was going back to saying when I figured somebody would find me. You know, it was bound to happen. My daughter doesn't follow me, and she's like, "Mom, you come up all the time as a suggestion."
And that's the thing is
Yeah.
like, a lot of people come up in my feed that, okay, so for instance, I'm doing this show. As you guys are seeing it, we're on X right now, live. Mm-hmm. So just because we did this show, you guys are going to be tagged in it, like you're tagged in it. Yeah. You're going to be there. So like all these people are going to be thrown at me for like the next 3 weeks. And it's crazy, right? So I don't know, I was just curious, how do you guys handle, like, how do you deal with that?
However, I will say for me, out of respect for my kids, I've tried to keep, like, even my ex, where you can be a little bit more open than, like, Instagram. I've tried to keep, like, my boobs are on the internet, but, geez, I was just at Country Thunder, and I showed my boobs so my son could get a shot, and he was standing there. You know, so, like, boobs are not, like, my kids aren't shocked by me putting my boobs out. So I've been trying to be more careful about what is public. Like, you got to go behind paid sites to get the goods. Is kind of, so just because I had a feeling at some point one of their friends would screenshot something and send it and be like, look at your mom, you know. So I've been trying to kind of keep that, what would that be, like rated R, like trying to keep the NC-17 and above behind a paywall.
Yeah. I mean, I had a hair client find my site, like a male hair client, and he subscribed.
No,
Sure he did.
I still cut his hair. But you know, I feel like it's just more acceptable. So I feel like I live fairly authentically with people that know me enough to text me if they do see anything. And so they're already going to be like, yeah, that makes sense. Or that tracks. Like, I'm not shocked. And I had a video on Pornhub 6 years ago now. And it was up for 3 years. And it had 1.3 million views. And so before I did porn, I was getting people's like, I saw you somewhere, you know, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I know, I can't get it off. And so
Because you got it on.
that's right. That one was not a pro shoot, guys. That was with a D. Yeah. So anyway, I've already experienced that in a way, and I've already had the hard conversations with my kids, and I was like, hey guys, so you know, like, I'm kind of doing this, and they're like, yeah, we know. And I was like, oh, you know? And they're like, yeah, you don't hide it very well. I was like, well, okay. But they know I'm a free spirit, so, and they know that they can come to me with whatever too, and there will be zero judgment from me.
Yeah. And I'm super open. Like, when we got in the lifestyle, we told our kids, and they were like, literally, oh, like, no question. They weren't shocked, but we've just been really an open family. My older son used to overshare things when he was in high school, and you know, like, So we're just
That's called good communication.
it is.
skills.
It is. And I mean, I'm super close with my kids, and so it's what it is, you know.
And I just don't care. So I'm just honest. I mean, I was doing a return at Alta today, and I said something. The girl's like, "Oh, what do you do?" And I was like, "I'm an adult film star." She's like, "Oh, okay." Like, I don't even try to hide it. If somebody asks me, I just tell them. I don't really.
Well, I mean, in today's climate, since so many people do it, it's not even a topic of
The shock factor isn't there.
yeah.
shock factor in the 80s and 90s
Yeah.
was wide. 2024,
Yeah.
shit, no, fuck that. 2020, when COVID happened,
Yes.
everybody and their mama jumped on OF.
Yeah.
At this point, like almost, it's hard to find a woman that doesn't do it.
Yeah. Or one that wants to do it but's too scared. I've heard from a lot of women that, oh my God, I wish that I was brave enough, you know. So, and I'm more like Addison. I actually really don't give a shit what people think about me. I never have. Like, the way we raised our kids, like we put off such a we don't give a shit attitude. Like, for instance, we homeschooled, and I would see in groups all the time, oh, my mother-in-law, oh, my this, would comment. Never once in all the years did one person ever tell us their opinion on what they thought about us homeschooling our kids, because they just knew we didn't give a shit what they thought. And that's just how I've lived my life. Like,
All right.
Can I put a little plug in for when fans want to contact us?
Well, duh. You should
So, fans, when you want to contact us, whether it's sending us a DM on Instagram or sending us a DM on Twitter and so on and so forth, the best way to get our attention is to send us a tip when you contact us. When we have hundreds of people.
clarify that. Hold on.
So-
Clarify, because you say send the tip.
Yep, no.
Think about the
money.
tip.
Send the cash money tip to our Cash App or to our OnlyFans to get a response. So if I've got 50 people in my DMs and 45 of them sent tips, those are the first people getting responses. Those are the people who realize that this is my job and are paying me for my time. My time is not free. And I'm not trying to say that I think that I'm better than anyone. This is an industry-wide thing. And I think some people just don't understand. They think, oh, well, they have social media, so they're free access. But at some point we have to draw the line, and even if it's a $5 tip, like that will get you a response, and we are so appreciative. Also, when you're reaching out and you're like, I want a custom. I don't do 15 text messages or whatever back and forth. Tell me exactly what you want, what is your budget, and we get it together. I don't have time, unfortunately, to sit with you for a 30-minute text conversation for you to then turn around and say, actually, that's outside of my budget. I get straight to the point. I want to get you what you want. And if it's in your budget, let's make it happen. So good communication and send us the money, and we will be grateful for it, and we will get you everything you want.
yeah, because I feel like we're down to do a lot of things for our fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So like, come at me with some fun ideas. Let's make some
And there's also
stuff happen.
in our links, there's other ways to contact us besides OnlyFans. For those of you who don't know, OnlyFans is very strict on some of the verbiage you can use.
Yeah.
And it doesn't hurt you, it hurts us. We actually can get our accounts shut down when people say, do you want to meet up? Well, don't use the words meet up. I can't even reply to that even if you left me a text, because that risks my account getting shut down. That refers to escort services and things like that. So be careful how you say things. And if you think something's on the edge, then reach out through Instagram or something like that, where you can have a little bit more of an open conversation and let us know what you're really asking. So none of us get our accounts shut down, because then we can't serve you.
Even Instagram, you have to be careful. On my beacons, which is kind of like a link tree, you can email me.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So yeah, just shoot me an email and we'll communicate that way.
All right, so here's a question. Because I get all the fucking messages all the goddamn time after y'all get off the show. if a fan or a super fan was interested in having a evening, take you out on a date or anything, are any of those optional for you ladies?
They absolutely could be.
Totally. I'm down to go to dinner and hang out.
There's some vetting,
Yeah.
process that we have to go through.
Yeah.
And as long as you follow the vetting
Right.
criteria that we're looking for and you pass a background check, because there is a background check. I wouldn't go out with anyone without that nowadays. Then that's definitely an option.
Listen, when we say send a picture with your ID so we can know you're over 18, do that first, guys. Then we can keep talking. Yeah.
Yeah, we got to clear the age thing
like
first.
you got to be over 18 and I got to see it and then we can keep talking.
And then at any point in time, will you three ladies actually do something where a meet the fans night kind of situation?
Actually, Addison and I just talked about that and we hadn't talked to Eliza yet. But yes.
It's
Beat the fan.
Oh, like a get together.
Like a meet and greet type thing.
Yeah, I mean-
Like pictures, signs.
yeah, and I think it's something that that we could definitely set up. We would obviously have security and,
Yeah,
and
there'd
things
be
like
ticket
that.
fees and things.
Yeah, but I'm not opposed to it because not everyone has the opportunity to go meet us at AVNs.
Right.
So I want to, allow my fans to meet me and see me. But there's definitely some logistics that go on with that.
Yeah.
And for us, safety first. That's the first thing we have to take care of before we can commit to anything.
Oh yeah, it even the dates and things like that. There would dinner. There would be security. That's just for everybody's safety.
Yeah, when you're big and famous, one day will y'all do a fuck a fan?
I'm not opposed to that either.
I've done one.
I would listen. I already said whoever you are, just let me know.
Eliza, how'd that go?
It was someone who approached me. How did we message? I can't remember. I think it was Twitter. And set it up. I said, "Here's what the fee is, and I'll record and edit the video for you." And he got the whole treatment.
And did he also allow you to use that on your OnlyFans?
Yes.
Which is fantastic because
that's
then it's
amazing.
content we can use. So
Yeah.
Yep.
That's-
because the face was not there.
that's fantastic.
But I don't think fans there's testing that's required
Sure.
on top of background checks and things. So it's not like we're just gonna.
So he was prepared with all of that, and he was about ready to be a part of a gangbang thing that was with a Rebel Rider. He wanted she put on one, and they it was going to be a ton of people, so they were vetting people for that, and so he was just trying to live out his dreams.
Love that. That's awesome.
Yeah. It was a great experience.
So I will be doing background tests if anybody wants to. I also will need your medical history.
And for fuck a fan, everything will have to go through Bailey.
Yeah.
I'm just putting him on that job right now.
I'm a hard one to get through, I can tell you that much.
That's why you're hired.
And I own a security company. I do security.
Yeah, I know.
Like,
That's also why you'd be hired.
yeah, I don't think y'all know how big I actually am. Because y'all see me on camera, y'all don't understand. All right, ladies. This was fun.
This was fun.
Thanks for having us.
Yes,
thanks.
thank you.
Y'all already know y'all are always invited.
I feel like this is my second home.
I know.
I've been on here
I
a
know.
few times, and it's always just so lovely.
When
Thank you.
When are you bringing me and my husband on so people can get an idea what it's like for a husband to have a wife in the industry?
So I was giving it a little bit of time. Right? I needed you to get some. I don't know how many scenes you have or haven't done. But yeah, that's definitely a fucking show.
Yes, absolutely.
That is a fucking show for sure. And then, I'm just gonna always say thank you guys for always being open, because anytime I message any of you, you guys respond. So
Well,
I feel special.
You are. We
Yeah,
appreciate
yeah.
you very much.
yes.
Thank you so very much. Oh my
And I think this is an important thing, like, to get out there, like, to get rid of the stigma, to help people really understand what girls are doing, what we're doing, you know.
So
So,
the stigma is probably never going to be gone, just for the fact that people, their thought process, the way they've been raised, like this is traditional, like, but at the same time, like the stigma's not as bad as everybody thinks too, because what's the oldest profession in the world,
right.
right? So because it's something that's always been taboo,
Yeah.
right? It's taboo. I mean, even for me, like I don't watch porn. Not even gonna lie, I don't watch porn.
I don't watch porn either.
It's never been part of my.
I watch my porn.
I do too. I'm critiquing myself.
Now, if I make a video, I'm definitely watching me
Sure.
because I want to see
Yeah.
what I can or can't do. I like to improve on my performance, although I'm not really performing for anybody other than myself. But that's a question within itself. And I don't know, maybe one of you guys.
What's that?
No, I need a guy. See, this is where I need a guy, right? Because I've always wanted to know, like, and I posted this on my Instagram a while back. But who has better sex, a porn star or a non-porn star?
I just saw a tweet the other day from a girl in the industry, and she was talking about everybody says fuck like a porn star, and she goes, but what people don't realize is we just want missionary like in real life. Like, I mean, that was what she was saying. She goes, we do all these crazy things,
Right.
and so like for us,
We want something
basic
and normal.
Yeah, like, but for me, because I'm married, so yes, we do a lot of crazy things, but it really comes down to intimacy.
Yeah.
So it's just different, you know?
And that's what I'm curious. Like, I've done some crazy shit. I've done some wild shit. I've been in the room with a lot of different women in my lifetime. But I come to think about it, and when I made that post, I think that's probably why I made that post, is I've never actually fucked a porn star. And I'm kind of curious. No, actually, I'm lying. I have fucked a porn star. And...
That good, right? Couldn't even remember.
No, so... that's when as a man, you go, it was that bad. But no. So it was good, but she wasn't technically like a porn star.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I will say this, because I've even posted on her shit before. Tiana Trump, Miss, I can make any man come with my mouth. Bring it on. Bring it on. But no, like I've always said that I just don't know who, because I don't even know who porn stars are out there. I don't want an amateur. I don't want somebody that just got into it. I'm talking.
So what are you looking for? Like when you say just got into it, like someone over a year or someone like 5 years?
What about Kazumi?
He probably doesn't even know who she is because he doesn't
No,
watch
I
porn.
do.
He knows. He talked
I
about
know
it.
who Kazumi is.
Okay.
Because Kazumi's been around a lot of people that I know.
Yeah.
And then she's so I don't. Kazumi's not attractive to me. She's not my type, so
Okay.
I wouldn't do a Kazumi. I need something a little different.
Okay.
So
I mean, there's something for
So
everybody.
yeah, exactly. It was
but yeah, give me a Kazumi type porn star, so I can fuck the shit out of her and we can see what's really good. Because there's that. I don't know. I think there's a difference. Because I've always said this, and I just had this conversation with some ladies on Girls Club the other night. Because, I think 2 or the 3 of them didn't have children. And they're really under this false pretense that women who have kids or have a lot of sex, that the sex is whack. And I let them know, actually, no, it's the best. I prefer it. Especially women that have had kids. That's like the best vagina in the fucking world. That shit is a muscle. So when that muscle gets fucking... or it's getting worked out on a regular basis, it's usually some amazing pussy. And I love women that also say I've never squirted before, because then I get to teach them something about themselves. But what would you guys like to leave the people with? Last words? We'll start with Karissa since we started. We'll go the opposite direction this time.
just that I appreciate people who interact with me on my different socials. Of course, I really appreciate the people who subscribe to me. For me, like, you're not just a number, you're a person. And I really do appreciate and enjoy the interactions. Just don't be creepy. Please don't be creepy. Don't make it weird.
Yeah. I guess I would just parrot that, thanks for the people who've been supporting me throughout the years. And, the OGs, the real ones, I know that they're just excited to see different stuff. So I just keep sending your requests and I will try my best to get on those sets or, get those collabs going.
I would say, again, thank you for subscribing, thank you for following. I'm always open to hearing what my fans want. If you want more of girl or boy or when are you going to do anal? Like, it's okay to ask those things. Because I want to give you what you want, but like I said, some things take a little bit longer to come out. But again, I do this for my fans, so I want to make sure you guys are getting what you want, and so I love the feedback and the interaction.
All right, so where can they find you ladies at? Give them your internet handles.
I'm Twitter, Addyson_James, ADDYSON. And then Instagram is official Addison James. And then my OnlyFans is Addison James. You can also visit my website at AddisonJamesXXX.com.
And you can find me on X, ElizaRay_XXX, and Instagram, playtime.with.ElizaRay, and many vids. You can get ElizaRay_plays. That's where the easiest access to my videos.
And I'm Karissa Cox across all platforms. No underscores, nothing. KARISSAKOXX. And I do have a website coming, but I'm on all platforms. Same name.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you have it.
Sound like me.
That's what you sound like?
No, yours is a little bit cuter.
Oh, okay.
I know yours is cuter than that.
Just a little girl voice.
No, but yours is like, it's super cute.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, she got to sit in
I
on
did.
one of my
I sat in on
scenes.
one of her
I'm so
scenes. It
jealous.
was so hot. It was so
Yeah.
cute. But I almost did start laughing. I was trying so hard to not laugh. You want to tell him? I don't.
Sorry, we're going to say one more thing. I shot a scene with Jonathan and Jordan at this production place, and he did this helicopter move where he was inside me and he helicoptered
Oh my God.
around me, and I was like, "Did you just fucking helicopter me?"
Oh my gosh.
And
yeah.
she was just standing 2 feet away from me.
That's
2
amazing.
feet. Yeah. And she was giggling, and I was like, oh my gosh.
Jonathan Jordan, I want the helicopter treatment.
Seriously, that was so hot
was-
though.
it was-
It stayed in you. Like the whole, I was like, that's coming out. Nope, he kept that in, and yeah, that is gonna be a hot scene, you guys. When that drops, make sure whew, that was so hot.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
And thank y'all for tuning in for another episode of No Cap Reacts. I'm your man, Bailey.